Despite the worst single snowstorm in almost 25 years, Detroit's 1999 North American International Auto Show opened on schedule with no fewer than 59 new vehicle introductions. As usual, the early spotlight was on concept cars. This year, all three Motown favorites, GM, Ford, and Daimler Chrysler, came ready to entice the minds of the automotive press. But the one concept that stole our hearts was the all-new but very retro-looking Ford Thunderbird. Porthole window and all, this new Millennium Edition carries over the major styling and engineering cues of the original 55 T-Bird. From chrome egg crate grille to turbojet taillights to V8 power. Ford made no attempt to hide the fact that the $35,000 T-Bird on sale 2 years from now will be very close to what you see here. Daimler Chrysler weighed in with a total of 5 futuristic concepts, but surprised the crowd by announcing the very retro Chrysler PT Cruiser will begin volume production late this year. Part minivan and part sport utility vehicle, the 2001 PT Cruiser borrows styling from long hooded sedans of the 1930s. Its hot rod body covers a hatchback interior that's almost as big as some minivans, yet it fits on a front-wheel drive chassis borrowed from the compact Neon. It's so bold, it's cool, and look for sales to be hot as prices are expected to start at under $20,000. General Motors arrived with 5 dramatically styled concepts of its own, putting them all in a single corporate unveiling for the first time. Easily the most striking was the Cadillac Evoque. While this chopped-roof roadster may never make production, its razor-sharp styling points the way towards more distinctive Cadillacs of the future. On the other hand, it's hard to find a hard edge on the flowing lines of the Buick Cielo. This 4-door, 5-passenger convertible opens up with 3 hard roof panels that slide into the trunk. The remaining roof rails provide rollover protection only dreamed of by current open-top cars. Oldsmobile displayed a more creased future in its Recon concept vehicle. This hybrid vehicle extends styling cues of the Aurora luxury sedan to the extremes of a sport utility chassis. The slab-sided Recon is one of 3 GM concepts on display that seek to answer the all-wheel drive people mover needs of the next millennium. Pontiac's hybrid sport ute minivan effort is known as the Aztec. More provocatively styled than Recon, it has all the boy racer elements, split grille, ram air hood, and multiple fender blisters that sets Pontiac apart from all other GM brands. The 2 dominant themes at this year's Detroit show, retro and hybrid, were both embodied in another GM concept, this nostalgic Chevrolet Nomad. The original production 55 Nomad was a 2-door cross between a wagon and a sport coupe. This equally fun 21st century Nomad sports sliding rear doors, a Venetian blind folding roof, and disappearing tailgate for the versatility of both a sport utility and a pickup truck. Indeed, concepts and new production models were dominated by hybrid or crossover vehicles that blur the distinction of being a car or a truck. The Mercury Mai is a sporty compact that hides the versatility of a much larger sport ute in its amber-glassed interior. BMW calls its X5 a sports activity vehicle. When this sporty wagon arrives next year, it will feature lots of room for sports gear and automatic all-wheel drive for all-road, not off-road prowess. Trucks, too, are cross-dressing with more car-like features. Ford showed 2 light-duty crew cab trucks with 4 car-like doors and shortened cargo beds that go on sale in early 2000. The F-150 crew cab for full-size buyers, and the Ford Explorer Sport Track for the middleweight sport utility buyer who needs maximum versatility. Not to be outdone, the 2000 Dodge Dakota Club Cab takes a similar 4-door, 5'3" box roof. The crew cab theme also is caught on at Nissan, where the SUT concept adds a hatch and folding rear seat so long items can still be carted home with ease. As for pure sport utes, Nissan displayed the Xterra, a sort of affordable backpack on wheels aimed at the Generation X buyer. Hyundai surprised everyone with the attractive and very well-finished Santa Fe due here next spring. But if Mad Max ever bought a sport ute, it would probably be a lot like this Mitsubishi SSU. While many concepts couldn't decide how much was car and how much was truck, the next Mazda MPV will be a front-wheel drive minivan through and through. And this is, after all, a car show, so conventional wheels were not left out. How would you like to see this menacing-looking 2000 Chevrolet Impala pull up behind you, lights flashing and siren blaring? The most popular name in Chevy history returns next fall as a full-size front-drive highway cruiser. But you'll be able to buy two all-new 2000 model year sedans long before that. The grown-up Dodge and Plymouth Neon Compacts, as well as a fresh take on the best-selling big car in the land, the 2000 Buick LeSabre. Already on sale in Japan, but not due here for 18 months, is the compact Lexus IS, a sporty rear-wheel drive luxury sedan aimed squarely at the BMW 3 Series. Tiny by comparison, at least outside, is the Toyota Echo, a more youthful, high-mileage subcompact due this fall. While few and far between, there were some sporty coupes on display too. Everyone wanted to know when this Mercedes-Benz Vision SLR supercar will hit the streets. Meanwhile, this hot XYR concept gives a good indication of Toyota's next sport coupe effort. But if you had to take a vote on the one coupe concept everyone is lusting for, it's the Z, the Nissan Z, that is. If we're lucky, this complete update of the original Datsun 240Z sports car might arrive in 2002. Not to be left out, the retro darling of last year's show, the Volkswagen New Beetle, returned with a turbocharged RSI concept. This Super Beetle just might fly too. The Volkswagen New Beetle also drove off with the most prestigious award of the new year, being selected by 48 independent auto journalists as the 1999 North American Car of the Year. The redesigned Jeep Grand Cherokee was the perfect pick for snow-clogged Detroit as the 1999 North American Truck of the Year. And while it was cold outside Cobo Hall, it was also a way too cool beginning to the last Motown car blast of the century inside, where yesterday's memories collided with tomorrow's promises to produce a glimpse of the next 100 automotive years that looks brighter than ever.